So then, it's the 21st of October 2022, and we need to name our 55-man preliminary squad for the World Cup. I've gone for 50 players. I could spend more time to find 5 more players, but I feel like I'm just adding them for the sake of adding them. This is the squad for now. I'm not going to go through each player. You can see them there. If I go to squad quickly, you might be able to see them a little bit easier. Some of these players have been picked purely because they are English playing abroad. Players like Lewis Binks, who, if I look at him, he's not great. He's probably not going to play for us, but he's an Englishman playing abroad on loan from Bologna. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of players who aren't playing in England at all, more because I don't know who they are for the most of it, really. So currently we've got 5 goalkeepers. I have dropped Joe Bursick. We've got a lot of defenders. So Tamori all the way down to, if we keep going down there, Brian Olivan, by the way, he's Spanish. I've convinced him to be English. All of those are defensive options that we can take a look at. And quite a lot of these players will get a chance against Al Sadd in today's episode. Midfielders, we've still got a lot of midfielders as well, going all the way down to that's our midfield kind of contingent. And then strikers, Mavadidi, Brewster, Namaso, Sharp, Lafondra, Lancaster, Akpom, and Tammy Abraham. One player in that has been called up because of their club ability, and that is Cameron Lancaster, who has 23 goals in 24 starts. He might, I have no idea who this man is, he might get a call up to the World Cup based on his club performance for Louisville. So that is our squad. It is confirmed. I believe the squad is confirmed. It's not confirmed. It is confirmed now. That is the squad. We've got 25 days now to go forward until we play Al Sadd, who are obviously a team from Qatar, a local club team, where we should batter them. But I'm not 100% convinced, and we're going to try and play our strongest squad for that game against Al Sadd, I think. I'm kind of debating, do we go for experimental or do we go for strong squad? And I think we go strong squad. This is a bit frustrating. So we're now on the 7th of November, and we now need to pick our 26-man squad. We haven't played Al Sadd yet, that's in 8 days. So, arguably, sticking 50 people onto a plane to take them to Qatar for a friendly might not have been the best decision. So, we have to pick our squad now. So, yeah, I guess we're going to do that. So then, our squad for the World Cup is as follows. Joe Hart keeps his place, even though I don't think I'm going to play him. Etienne Green also keeps his place in the squad, and I don't know whether I'm going to play him either. He might play a lot more than our potentially other first-choice goalkeeper, who is Jonathan Bond, formerly of West Brom, Peterborough, Reading and Gillingham, currently playing over in the MLS for LA Galaxy. I think he's actually not a terrible keeper. In defence, we do still have Tamori. We've also still got Chris Smalling. Max Aarons keeps his place in the squad as well. So does Connor Goldson. However, he's currently out injured for 8 days to 3 weeks, so he might miss the start of the World Cup. We are having a risk putting Connor Goldson on the plane. Ronnie Edwards also keeps his place, but as I mentioned in the last episode, probably not going to play a huge amount of football, but he is in the squad. So is Jerome Opoku, a player who kind of surprised me against Croatia. I think he actually did very well as a left fullback. So we brought him in partially because he can play as a left back or a centre back. New to the squad is Brian Olivan, who is a Spaniard who I've convinced to be English. I don't know why he's English. I have no idea. Was he born in England? I don't know, but he's part English. We've basically said, hey, do you want to be English? And he's gone, sure. He's a very good left back, I think. Another very good left back is Charlie Taylor. He's probably going to be our number 1 left back. I couldn't pick him earlier on in the save because basically he was out injured. He's now available to play. I think he's going to be playing for us. On to the opposite flank when it comes to fullbacks is James Tavernier from Rangers. I keep getting him confused with his brother Marcus, who plays for Bournemouth. I can get James, I can't get Marcus. James has come in because basically, versatility. Yes, he's naturally a right back or a right wing back, but he can play anywhere up the right hand side, anywhere up the left as well if you really need him to be. He's also got 14 finishing, so arguably we can stick him on as a striker, and he's got 18 penalties because we are England and we're going to need that. Rounding out the defenders is Jeremy Ngakia from Watford. He's probably not going to play a lot of football because we've got a lot of right backs, but much like Tavernier, he's versatile, left back or right back, anywhere up the right-hand side as well, so he's in here for depth. There's only one new player joining the England midfield, so we'll fly through them very quickly. Jude Bellingham, obviously, first name on the team sheet. Noni Madueke, also, second name on the team sheet, I guess. He's very good. Peli Ruddock Mapanzu is on the plane. He's probably going to be a backup for the most part, but he's a decent enough backup, I think. Alongside Lewis Travis, who I think Lewis Travis is probably going to be playing a lot of football alongside Bellingham in the middle of the pitch. Either that or it's going to be Alex Scott playing alongside Bellingham. Redmond keeps his place in the squad as well, although I wasn't too certain about this. He's not great. He doesn't seem to play particularly well, but when it comes to decent wingers for England, they're either not good enough yet or they are kind of past their best. Ross Barkley is another example of that. He's kind of going to be a winger for me, even though he technically can't play there, but he is still in the squad. Matt O'Reilly also keeps his place in the squad as well. We've got a very good central midfield, I think. We've got a lot of decent options there. And finally, the new name to join the squad is Angel Gomez, formerly of Man United, currently playing for Lille in France. I think Gomez is going to be quite a useful addition, probably playing on that left-hand side ahead of Redmond. And up front, we keep our same 3 strikers. That's right, Billy Sharp is going to the World Cup. So Tammy Abraham, Steffi Mavididi, the superstar from last episode, is on the plane. Billy Sharp is also on the plane, partially because 18 penalties. We're England, we're going to need it. And finally, Cameron Lancaster, who I mentioned literally minutes ago, might be getting on to the plane because of his club form for Louisville. And he's actually not terrible, is he? 15 finishing is actually very good. He's got some reasonable numbers. He's not going to play a lot, but I'm hoping club form is what's going to keep Cameron Lancaster doing well for us. You can also see a list there of all the players who are unregistered, who we kind of considered. Some of them were a lot closer than others. So with that all said and done, it is time to move forward then. Al Sadd, first of all, a club team from Qatar. Then we play the United States in the World Cup group stages. That's the hardest game of the group, I think. For our one and only warm-up game of the World Cup then, Al Sadd, obviously away from home in Qatar, we should be good enough to beat them. If we don't beat them, we might have some serious problems in our squad. And we can't do anything about it because our squad has been decided. It is going to be Bond in goal making his England debut, Aaron Smalling, Tamori and Taylor in defence. Taylor making his England debut, O'Reilly and Bellingham, Madueke, Gomez, Mavididi and Abraham. That's going to be our starting 11, obviously subs bench. You can see it there. We've got a couple of injuries. Opoku's just picked up a knock playing for, I can't remember what team he plays for, Aruka? It is Aruka. He's just picked up a minor injury. We've also got Connor Goldson, who is on the bench. However, I'm not bringing him on because he's basically just returned from quite a serious injury. So before we had this match, we had a conversation with our squad, like a welcome to the World Cup conversation, and I said, it's a new era. It's a new era, don't worry about it. I'm not trying to win trophies. And Tammy Abraham, the captain, went, there's not enough experience in the team. And I was like, of all people, Tammy, you shouldn't be saying that. You should be the captain going, it's fine. We can try and get everyone's experience up together. Taylor with a throw, so we're wearing the red today then. Tamori collects it. 4 minutes on the clock. I'm hoping we win this about 4 or 5-0. That's the ideal goal. O'Reilly with it. Backwards all the way to Jonathan Bond. Flown over from Los Angeles to collect that ball. Tamori's going to collect. Bellingham, Tamori. What are we doing, guys? Smalling, back to Bond. We can't get out of our own final third. Down the left-hand side is Charlie Taylor. Down the wing is Gomez if we want to use him. And we do use the former United man. He's going for a little run. Finds Tammy Abraham. Taylor's going for a run. Steffi Mavididi's in on goal. Mavididi should tuck the ball away, and he does. And I'm expecting that one to count, and that is Steffi Mavididi's 3rd goal in England colours. Does this count as an England game? Like, it can't be an official, like, international fixture, because we're not playing against an international side. So I don't know whether he's got 3 and 3, or whether he's got 2 and 2, and this one's just like a freebie. They are coming forward down the line. It's Hassan collecting it in the middle, plays it across. Ahmed's now got loads of space to run into, and we're letting him do it as well. Goes for a long-range effort. Bond has nothing to do there. Goes well over the bar. But we are going to see the goal kick, so Bond has something to do. Tamori, still inside the penalty area. I mean, we're playing gegenpress football, but sometimes there's no urgency at all. We just kind of let them do stuff. Hassan collects it for Al Sadd. Ball forward, intercepted easily by Max Aarons. What are you going to do? To Chris Smalling. The height difference between Aarons and Smalling is insane. You could stick 2 Max Aarons on top of him and he'd still be shorter than Chris Smalling. O'Reilly heads down for Gomez. Through ball, finds Tammy Abraham. Needs to go across goal. He's gone across goal. Mavididi's missed a sitter. Steffi Mavididi should have scored about 8 or 9 goals for us so far in 3 matches. He's got 3. Corner for Gomez to take. Half an hour on the clock. It's towards nobody. Come out claimed by the goalkeeper, so the highlight is going to start then realistically with the keeper. Boujalouf, big kick over the halfway line as well. Are we going to get there? Nope, it's gone all the way straight to Bond, who's going to pass forward. Right, I'm not sure what's happening, guys. I don't know what's going on with this highlight. It's back with Bond again. So far, the goalkeepers have had more of the ball than any outfield player. Bellingham, where are you going to go? Tamori, Bond wants it. Bond wants it? Nope, okay, to Taylor instead. Taylor, I'm hoping we get a free kick, because if you've watched my Southampton save, Charlie Taylor scores free kicks every time we play against him. O'Reilly collects. Now Mavididi Right-hand side's an option. Abraham's another option as well. It's fallen for Aaron's. First time pass to Madueke. Abraham's in the middle. He doesn't get his cross away. In fact, he gets fouled, so it doesn't matter. Who's taking it? Is it going to be Abraham? I assume it's going to be Tammy. It is number 10. It is Tammy stepping up. It's an awful penalty. He's got the rebound. We're fine. Don't worry. Still 2-0. Good start there for penalties for when we inevitably have to do them in every single knockout round. 20 seconds left of the first half. Mavididi. Poor pass from Mavididi, but Madueke keeps the ball in anyway. Max Aarons. In the middle was Bellingham, who should be pulling the strings. He's on a 7 at the moment, so he's doing a reasonable job. Gomez with it, down the line, finds Abraham. 2 in the box if anybody wants to join him. Mavididi's 1. He's missed Mavididi. Madueke collects, tries to get some space for himself. Abraham puts that ball away. Surely he was offside. He was offside, and because we're not playing in a World Cup stadium, we have no VAR or anything. So, yeah, he was offside. Didn't count, regardless of whether he might have been or not. Right, because this is a friendly, lots of changes at half-time. That's what we're going to do. And by lots, I mean 5. So, Tavernier, Edwards, Olivan, Travis, and Lancaster coming on. Abraham, Smalling, Bellingham, Aarons, and Charlie Taylor coming off. No particular order there. We will be doing more as the game goes on because I want to try and get some of the players like Billy Sharps. I want to get him some confidence. I want to get him an England goal, that kind of thing. And Ngakia probably will come on as well. Maybe as a right winger. Who knows? I mean, I should know, shouldn't I? I'm the manager. Well, on the hour mark, nothing really is happening in this second half. So the subs haven't made any form of impact whatsoever. Yep, literally no impact. There's been no highlights. So we are going to do some more changes. Ngakia is going to come on. And we're going to do that. So Ngakia drops to right back. Tavernier is going to be a right winger. I assume that's how it's pronounced. Tavernier. That looks right, doesn't it? We're also going to do Gomez off for Barkley. Tamori for Opoku. Mavididi for Billy Sharp, because of course we will. Matt O'Reilly is going to come off as well for Peli Radek-Mpanzu. And we'll do Bond as well for Etienne Green. Technically, we can still do more subs, even though we've done every starting 11 player has been replaced. So, yeah, we're probably not going to do any more. It is Ngakia with a throw on his England debut to Tavernier on his England debut. Back to Ngakia. Is he going to cross this ball in? Does kind of cross it in. Not the best cross, and it's cleared. Cleared even further as well. It's only 2-0. This is a concern. Mpanzu collects it. He's gone for a run. Mpanzu almost gets his first ever England goal. Got a chance, though, from the corner. It's Olivan, the Spaniard, to take it for England. Left-footed towards the back post, I think. I couldn't see because the Al-Sad substitutions were kind of in the way there. It's cleared upfield, and Etienne Green's going to collect. Go on, buddy, go for a run. Well, the full-time whistle goes, and I'd hardly say it was convincing, was it? We won 2-0. We've got a 3.01 XG, but half of that was because we had a penalty, which was saved, and then Abraham managed to get the rebound. We probably should have won by more. It's a win, nonetheless. We got some good performances as well out of some players. So, yeah, next up, off to the World Cup. It's USA. So it's the 20th of November. The World Cup kicks off today in game. And I just wanted to have a quick look at what the board expectations are. They want us to get to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, which means we have to get out of our group. We then have to win a knockout round game, which I do even know who we might likely get. I'm going to assume we're finishing second. So we're in Group B, and we are potentially finishing second. So we play the winner of Group A. Who's in Group A? It's going to be Netherlands, Ecuador, Qatar, or Senegal. So it's probably going to be Netherlands, isn't it? Which actually isn't awful. It's not a terrible draw, that. And just to confirm, if we win the group, we play the second place in Group A. So we're basically playing one of those 4. I think it's more likely to be Netherlands or Senegal. I don't know. Ecuador might be quite good. It could be any one of those 4, minus Qatar, because they're probably not getting through that, are they? And by pressing enter once, my point has been proven. They've just lost 3-0 against Holland. Here we go then. The World Cup. We start against the United States, and we start with this starting 11. Lots of starts in that. It's going to be Etienne Green in goal, Aaron, Smalling, Tamori, and Taylor in defence. Bellingham and O'Reilly, Madueke, Barkley, Mavididi, and Tammy Abraham. It's basically the starting 11 that I think most people would expect. The only real question, I think, is Etienne Green. I think he's the question mark. We don't have any good goalkeepers, any good English goalkeepers outside of the Premier League. And by good, I mean world class. We've got good keepers, don't question that. But yeah, there's nobody who's definitely going to be able to just slot right in. This is really going to be the test, isn't it? Depending on how well we do against USA, they are arguably the better team or the best team in the group alongside us. But they have the ability to pick the best players. We have kind of hamstrung ourselves a little bit. If we can beat the United States, I don't see why we can't win the group. 2 minutes already on the clock and we've got a highlight. We've nicked the ball, which is good to see. Chris Smalling's going to go for a run on the ground to O'Reilly. Ball forward. Tammy Abraham collects it into Ross Barkley, and Ross Barkley should have scored. It is 2022 and we're talking about Ross Barkley playing for England. 12 minutes now and another highlight, although we're stealing the ball once again. Max Aarons needs somebody close by. Green is not close by, but he's managed to find him. And a first-time kick upfield by the St Etienne goalkeeper. McKennie collects, though, for the USA, down the left-hand side, being chased by Bellingham, number 7 for England. On the ground, finds Robinson. Now Bradley, across to Adams, loads of space, just over Etienne Green's bar, still 0-0. USA getting close, we're getting close as well. I say close, we've had like one shot and they've had one shot, but still, they've both been highlights. Scally collects on the right, hits the first man. O'Reilly, clever little pass. Barkley down the line, finds Abraham, tries to go across to Madueke and does find him. Now Mavrodidi's in on goal. His effort goes straight past Zach Steffen. We take the lead. We are going to get VAR. And the goal's been awarded. Steffi Mavrodidi scores England's first goal in the 2022 World Cup. Don't shout it too loud, but I think it might be coming home. Since the goal's gone in, there's not really a lot happening. USA getting some shots away, but none of them are on target. We've not really done anything. We've had another shot. We've got a free kick. Charlie Taylor's going to be the man to take it. Left-footed, down the line, finds Barkley. There's 3 in the box if he can get his cross away. Tammy Abraham's there, and Tammy Abraham makes it 2-0. And we go in at the break, 2-0 to the good as well. We've looked quite good, haven't we? Does definitely help that Etienne Green is on a 7.2 rating, so he is definitely doing his job in goal. I was concerned about Etienne Green. I was tempted to play Jonathan Bond, because I think he's a better goalkeeper, mainly due to age than anything else. But Etienne Green's proving me wrong. Scally with a throw. 55 minutes on the clock. Zarades, could be how it's pronounced, I'm not quite sure. I know he's very fast though, isn't he? Adams collects it. Scally tries to cross, hits the defender. Header clear from Tamori. Abraham doesn't bother going for it. O'Reilly, we're playing a bit of head tennis at the moment. Adams gets it back to Zimmerman. So we're going to try and start again, are we? Adams down the right-hand side. Easily gets past Barkley. Pulisic is in on the right-hand side for USA. Tamori's gone through the back of him. And it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly acceptable to do that. That's good. Barkley now. Can we do some form of counter-attack? Goes for a long ball forward to Madueke. He's going to control it well into the penalty area. Mavrodidi's there. Madueke's there. And he's missed an open goal. We are looking pretty good. There is a concern that we have 5 yellow cards already. That is definitely a bit of an issue. Because I think after 2 yellow cards, that's it. You're suspended for a match. So we need to kind of manage this a little bit cleverly. We're going to do Brian Olivan coming on for Charlie Taylor. Taylor's not doing so well. Also, fitness-wise, he is one of the lower players. We're going to do Lewis Travis as well, coming on for Matt O'Reilly, and we'll swap you 2 round, because I don't know why I put Bellingham as the ball-winner midfielder. He's much better as the roaming playmaker. I think that's all we're going to do for the moment. I don't know how many subs we get. I probably should know this, being the manager. Into the final 10 minutes with that 2-goal lead. Let's do some more changes. Madueke picking up an injury. That's not what we want to see at all. We're going to bring on Gomez. We're also going to take off Mavrodidi. We're going to bring on Billy Sharp, because of course we are. I want Billy Sharp to score a goal in a World Cup, okay? Final 5 minutes. Olivan's free kick to Bellingham. Tamori. He's going to go for a run forward across to Smalling. I tell you what, we are blessed that we have Tamori and Smalling. If we didn't have those two, we would have been in deep trouble, I think. Gomez has the ball. Can he find Sharp in the middle? Abraham's effort goes to the opposite corner. It's 3-0 against the USA. I think that went rather well, don't you? We picked up 5 yellow cards, which is a concern, but we win the game 3-0. That is a huge, huge victory, because now we have to play Wales and Iran. We should be able to beat Iran fairly comfortably, in my opinion. We should be able to beat Wales as well. Arguably, that one might be a little bit closer, because, and I don't mean this as disrespect, a lot of the Welsh players are sort of championship standard, aren't they? For the most part, they've got some better players, but we're probably on par with a Welsh team. I realise I've just offended an entire nation there. Watch me lose to them in the next episode. So I was a bit concerned then. Madueke's injury, though, he's only out for 3 days. That's good. We are not missing Madueke. In 4 days' time, we have the next match up against Iran. We are going to go forward just to see what happens in the other games, because Iran are playing Wales, but I assume it is later on. So yeah, we're going to press continue. Going to see what happens in the Iran-Wales game, so we can see what the group looks like after 1 game each. Wales win 3-2. An awfully close game by the looks of it. Bale with the winner in the 88th minute. I mean, I'm a bit concerned now. Are Iran a lot better than I thought they were, or are Wales a lot worse than I thought they were? That is going to do it then for this episode of the England Save. Next up, like I mentioned, will be Iran and will be Wales, rounding off the group stages. And hopefully, if all goes to plan, we'll have another episode after that, which will be the next knockout round. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will be back next time with more Football Manager with this absolute mess of an England team. Thanks for watching.